One semi-final down, one to go, and it's Real Madrid against Manchester City on Wednesday. Manchester City coming into this one as favourites, leading the tie 4-3 on aggregate. Lots of talk about this. In fact, it's pretty much all the talk in the Spanish press. Ancelotti has a plan, say Diario AS, and then they headline and underscore what that plan actually is. Now let's talk about this tie coming up tomorrow, because what a first leg it was. What are we expecting to see from Real Madrid then, Ale, in this second leg? Because we do know one thing, they believe they can turn it around.
And they have every reason to believe, because they just won the league. They're feeling good about themselves. I'm sure confidence is very high. And then they watch the tape from the first leg and they see how exposed they were against Manchester City. And I suppose that they lean on the fact that they must tell themselves, and Ancelotti must be thinking, we couldn't possibly be as bad as we were defensively. We were so passive, allowing Manchester City to get a hold of the ball. And instead of putting pressure on the ball, we were just backing off Manchester City, and they were just picking out pass after pass after pass, chance after chance after chance. So the way that you spin it is, we can't be that bad. And the fact that Casemiro comes back in, that's big news for Real Madrid, not just because of what Casemiro does defensively, but he frees Toni Kroos to do what he likes to do best through the midfield, and that's be able to distribute play and control the pace of the game. So those things are positive for Real Madrid. And of course, Vinicius and Benzema, those things are players that you're going to have to rely upon to score the big goals. Okay, those are all the good news. The bad news is you should have lost the first leg by 8. That's how many chances Manchester City had. They could have scored easily, and this is not an exaggeration. They could have scored easily in terms of quality chances, 8 goals. And so even if you play better, can you make up the difference to where now you close the gap to Manchester City? That's going to be a huge question. If Manchester City plays well, they should advance. If they don't, and they allow the heart and the head and the minds and the souls of the Bernabeu to push Real Madrid forward, then Manchester City will get themselves into trouble.
Frank, why are you laughing?
Well, because I think they've been that bad, against Chelsea and also against Paris Saint-Germain in the first leg. Chelsea was in the second leg. So if they watch too many tapes, they can wonder how come they can be in the semi-final. And the answer is the spirit that they have, how they can manage to reverse a situation where it seems to be impossible to do so. They believe in themselves. They're quite lucky, and luck is part of the game. And they have to believe that they can do something. I'm laughing because it's quite impossible to see Real Madrid winning that Champions League, but they showed the precedent round, that they're capable of getting a miracle from there. So it's possible from them to do so. And from City, yeah, they can play well. Yeah, they can do so. But suddenly, after 40 minutes or maybe an hour, they go back to a rhythm where I don't like to see them, and they can be punished. I didn't enjoy the first leg. I have to say to you, as a defender, I didn't enjoy. As a football fan, yes, I did. But defensively, that was horrendous what I saw from Madrid, and after what I saw from Manchester City. So I didn't enjoy that game.
Who's under more pressure? Man City are favourites, Real Madrid are at home.
City. Boys were mentioning earlier, haven't been over the line in this competition, have had some great opportunities. I don't think anybody at Madrid, although they want to win this competition every year, they've had great success in it at the start of the season, it was fighting fires. Excuse me. So I think City are under more pressure. They haven't wrapped up the league, Real Madrid have. He's won it at Barcelona in some style, by the way, didn't at Bayern Munich, hasn't yet at Man City. So all eyes are really on, the knives are out if he stuffs up again, put it that way. Now he's not going to lose his job, of course he's not. But there'll be a few out there who want to take a pop at him. If his City side, who are a much better squad than Real Madrid, who have, I think as a whole, better players and a better coach, in my opinion, the eyes are on them. Now, at the start he said Ancelotti has a plan. What's the plan? To play 4-3-3? That's generally what they do. To not play as bad as they did in the first leg, obviously, or the first half in particular. But look, let's look at the little nuances. Stones we think is out. Ali mentioned Vinicius Junior. It's imperative, I think, that Kyle Walker is fit. Right? Now, we understand it might be a late fitness test.
He's trained and travelled.
Yeah, so if he's not, they're going to be lumping balls over the top down that side for Vinicius Junior, and Cancelo's going to be under pressure. So I think it's imperative that somehow they manage to get, if he's fit, on the field, Kyle Walker. If he's not fit and they play this ridiculously high line again with Laporte and Stones, if Modric and Kroos get on the ball, they'll just pop it in behind for Benzema and Vinicius and runners. And that's a problem for Man City. Even when they're in control of a game, Kay, sometimes against lesser teams in the Premier League, you think, my God, why are they taking these chances? And a lot of the times they get away with it, but they're not going to get away with basic elementary errors against this Real Madrid side. So it's about getting the balance right between squeezing the game and dropping off, and somebody's going to have to deal with Vinicius Junior. Otherwise, it could go pear-shaped for them.
Do you agree that City are under more pressure, Don?
Yeah, Pep has to win it. I don't think he has to win it. I just mean everyone in general. I think they love to see someone like Pep fail. And just going back to Ali, I mean, that's the reason why Ali should never, ever, ever be a manager. If he's going to show the Real Madrid players the first half of that game against Man City, because you should just bury that half. You should never want to see that half ever again because it'll demoralise the players. So Ali, never step into management. It's not your bag. It's not for you.
Okay. All right. Fine. So I just turn a blind eye and ignore it?
Yes.
It didn't happen, guys. We didn't give up a bunch of chances.
Yes, I don't want to see that again.
At all.
No, I don't want to see it.
Okay. Hey, just because you don't like scary movies doesn't mean you don't get to watch your own games.
Hey Don, why doesn't Ancelotti show them the whole 90 minutes from Paris?
There you go.
That was even worse. But just go back to Frank's point. It goes back to Frank's point. It's amazing. They've been battered and bruised and down and out, and somehow they've found a way. Even at home in the second leg against Chelsea, after such a good performance at Stamford Bridge. And then, again from the Etihad, you go away 4-3, you think, oh, that was a great game. And it was entertaining, but it was one-way traffic for a lot of it. So this team, yeah, they're not by any stretch of the imagination, Kay, the most fluent, exciting and best Real Madrid side we've seen. But boy, they're dogged. And they've got moments of brilliance in them that have taken them this far.
But all of you guys agree that Manchester City will progress.
On that point, yeah.
Everybody in their predictions has gone for Man City progressing, although Ale has got it at a draw on the night, but obviously the aggregate score would see Pep Guardiola's men go on to the final. It is a final that we will be discussing on tomorrow's show, ESPN FC, as we look back on that massive game.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.